Hey guys, Jeff Barber here from RCU Universe. Today I'm going to show you how to make a hinge from Depron and Beacon foam tack adhesive. Now I'm making this video because I'm working on a review project right now that requires these foam tack hinges. Now what I'm going to be using here is just a scrap piece of the Depron material. It's from the RA Core's newest model called the Tufo. But this is just a scrap piece, and I'm using it so that I can demonstrate to you just how to make a hinge from the Depron with the foam tack adhesive as a hinge. So first thing we've got here, I've got two pieces of the Depron material. Now we have to bevel these in order to get a control throw and make the hinge. So first we're going to line this up on the edge of our table, and I'm using a ruler underneath just because of the fact that I have a paper mat on my table. I use a T-bar sander, and that just flushes everything up to the edge of the table. Now I'm going to take my second ruler, straight edge, and lay it on top. And I'm going to give that anywhere from 3/16 to approximately 1/4 of an inch of setback from that front edge. So what we've got is something that looks like this. Now we're going to take a regular straight edge razor blade, and we're just going to trim it at an angle so that we have a bevel. Now we've cut the edge off, and what you end up with is a piece that looks like that. Now, that's one half. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other half. Again, we're going to line it up on the table, get our straight edges lined up, put the second straight edge in place, get everything squared up as much as possible. Again, we're going to leave about 3/16 of an inch to about 1/4 inch of overlap. And again, just using the straight razor blade, we're going to trim that to a bevel. Now, if your bevel doesn't come out just perfectly, you can use your sander. Again, we're going to level that out, straighten on the edge of the sanding board or your table, and just run your sanding bar back and forth a couple of times. And that's going to take all the imperfections out of your hinge. Okay, so at this point we now have two pieces of foam that are ready to be glued together. We've got the two bevels, and they're going to go together just like that. Now, one of the things, this foam tack glue is really sticky and it likes to stick to a lot of things. So what I do is I use a piece of wax paper. Now we're going to put these down, actually so that the bevel is facing the downward side, and we've got the 2 points facing up like that. We're going to use our Beacon foam tack glue, and we're just going to put a tiny little bead along the very point of our edge. And use it sparingly, because you don't need much. Now what I like to do is I just run my finger over it quickly, and you're going to get some glue on your fingers. Set that piece down, and we're going to do the same for the other half. Just going to run that bead of glue along the edge, sparingly again. Smooth it out with your finger, and now we're ready to put these two pieces together. So we're just going to push them together for a couple of seconds, like so. Then we're going to pull them apart, and you'll notice there's lots of strings that are pulling apart between them. That's fine. We're going to leave that apart for just a couple seconds. We're going to set it back down on our table. We're going to push them together, And then we're going to run our finger over that seam and just kind of smooth that glue and push it into that gap. Now, with that, we're ready to set that aside and let that glue cure. That glue will take about 24 hours to get to its full strength. So we're just going to let that sit now until it's ready to use. Okay guys, so this is dried now. The glue is dry and it's ready to be used. So I just want to show you what we can do with this. Now this glue stays flexible enough you can use it as a hinge. And it works really well. That's all there is to it. You see? It stays put all on its own. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new.